Cheryl Reeve, the coach of Team USA, displayed an embarrassing level of pettiness during the 2024 WNBA All-Star Game, ultimately contributing to her team's loss against a squad featuring players she had snubbed. This behavior, far from being a mere oversight, was a consistent pattern throughout the weekend, highlighting a deep-seated animosity that overshadowed the spirit of the event. The pettiness began even before the game, with Reeve refusing to sit next to a former player, Aerial Powers, with whom she had a public falling out. This blatant act of avoidance set the tone for a weekend marred by personal vendettas. When asked about her decision to omit Caitlin Clark from the team, Reeve offered a curt no, refusing to elaborate on her reasoning. During the game itself, Reeve's pettiness reached its peak. She instructed her team to full-court press Clark relentlessly, from the opening tip to the final buzzer, despite Clark not being the most dominant player on the opposing team. This tactic, the author argues, was not about winning the game but about solely targeting Clark, a deliberate attempt to stop her regardless of the consequences for the team's overall performance. Even when Clark struggled with her shot, she still managed to impact the game significantly through her passing, recording 10 assists and several hockey assists that went unrecorded. Reeve's actions continued to be fueled by pettiness even late in the game, when she challenged a blatant foul call with 16 seconds remaining, despite her team trailing by 8 points. The author asserts that this move was purely a display of spite, as the game was already decided. Following this, Reeve instructed her team to double-deny Clark the ball on the inbounds play, further demonstrating her obsession with hindering her, even at the expense of trying to win. The author argues that Reeve's behavior was an almost fireable offense, and that she has been completely blinded by her hatred for Clark and her fanbase. Reeve, despite being considered one of the best coaches in WNBA history, allowed her personal vendetta against Clark to cloud her judgment, leading to a disastrous coaching performance. The author also criticizes Reeve for failing to hold her team accountable for other issues, such as Angel Reese's superior hustle and effort compared to the entire Team USA squad. Instead, Reeve remained fixated on stopping Clark, even when other players were performing at a higher level. The text concludes by emphasizing that Reeve's actions were driven by a personal vendetta, not a desire to win the game. The author argues that Reeve's pettiness and unprofessional behavior overshadowed what should have been a celebration of the best WNBA players. Overall, the text presents a scathing critique of Cheryl Reeve's conduct during the 2024 WNBA All-Star Game, highlighting an unacceptable level of pettiness and personal agenda that undermine the spirit of sportsmanship and professionalism.